So I guess we're going to go into our request topics for this episode. Okay. Will?
All right.
Would you like to read this one?
Yeah.
I don't think he would like to read it. He has to read
it. He has to read it.
I just has to.
Will's got to find it.
Yeah, well, I had it up, and then my phone just went like, well, I don't want to explode, so I'm going to close down.
It's coming. It's going to happen, folks.
Oh, we actually, yeah, okay.
In the year 2017.
All right. Fred. Friend of the show and friend to everybody.
The people's friend.
Why are horror movies done by the lazy...
You really put quotes around it?
Lazy participation trophy millennial generation? The worst thing since the spreading of AIDS. I just got done watching Don't Breathe, a millennial horror film that Rotten Tomatoes heralded as genius. Spoiler alert. It was horrendous.
First of all, why do you care about what Rotten Tomatoes has to say? It's toxic. Stay off the site.
The movie is about The movie is about a group of millennials too stupid to stump a 60-year-old blind man.
Millennials.
The antagonist's main goal is to stick a turkey baster filled with his love gravy inside a woman's ass. Yes, you heard that correctly. This is not frightening creative art. It's not genius. It's crap. As of these millennial horror movies, such as It Follows and so on, and so forth, state why.
I liked It Follows, Fred. I don't see why you didn't care for it. I guess you just need people to get murdered constantly by, Jason, or in your case, since Poltergeist is the only good fucking...
Exorcist.
Exorcist is the only good fucking horror movie.
Now, hold on, I love Jason.
I'm not saying anything about Jason. I'm saying he feels that movies like It Follows, which I found quite entertaining. It was actually much different than a lot of the things. I will agree, a lot of movies nowadays they're not good horror movies, but It Follows was different and entertaining.
Yeah,
especially the fact that, they try to kill it and it's just... It doesn't fucking work.
Yeah. I will say I did enjoy It Follows as well. I will say, though, the thing I will give it is that there are some really fucking slow parts, which kind of take you out of it a little bit, because you're just like, I want to get to where this progresses, not just, see these guys sit on a beach somewhere and talk about, eating food for 2 hours.
When shit, happens, though, it's ridiculous. Once they get a little bit into the beach scene... It starts coming out of them, and she thinks it's her friend, and it's just throwing people around, blasting doors off fucking...
When the entity is on screen, it's really entertaining. When, all the parts in between, though, they really drag them out, which kind of drags the movie down a bit, but I still like it. The biggest thing I love about the movie is the musical score. It is fucking spot on with, 80s, Wes Craven.
Yeah, it's really good.
Fucking, that's the one thing I'll take out of any of it. The parts where there are just... nude people standing in places, I'm kind of like...
Dude, that... honestly, if this was happening to you, you're gonna tell me that wouldn't scare the shit out of you.
I'd be kind of like... That's disturbing, yes.
Yeah, that's the idea.
I don't want to see that guy's dingle, but...
Yeah, I was standing on the roof.
Which I'm kind of wondering how the fuck he got up there in the first place, because the thing just walks in a straight line. I don't know if it's he can just, walk up the wall, and then just on the roof.
Up there so you can spook the girl. I will say my favorite scene is when she bangs the one dude because it's there's nothing fucking happening. And then she sees it going into the house. He tries to fucking stop it, and it's his mom, and she's... That whole
basically dry humping the shit out of him, which was... I guess that's how it kills people.
It was ridiculous.
The how it kills is kind of weird, but I kind of liked it. It was also a metaphor for, sexually transmitted disease.
Yeah.
How you can never get away from it. You can't really eradicate it right now. Cures haven't been found. I kind of like how it had a little more meaning to it than that. Yeah. Now,
the ending is so fucking good too, where they're just well, we can't do anything about it. Let's go kill horse. it turns the protagonist basically
into a bad person.
Yeah. Not many horror movies do
That's what I thought the whole time. I was like, the only way out of this, really, to kind of secure yourself is to just start banging a shit ton of people. So it has a million, not a million, but it has several people to have to go through before it even nearly comes to you.
Yeah.
Well, for him to blame only recent horror movies for being shitty, every single era in horror film has had shitty movies.
Silent Night, Deadly Night 2.
I mean, it's
garbage day.
It's just, I can see him picking on a lot of the more recent stuff, but there is good recent stuff.
Yeah.
It's very few and far between, though. Like, I see where he's coming from. The movie he mentioned, what was it?
Don't Breathe.
Blind Man Turkey Baster Sex movie.
I will say that when I saw the trailer for that, yes, Fred, I found the idea of it fucking retarded. I feel bad that you decided that you needed to see this movie. I don't see why. After watching the trailer, I was like, well, not interested.
Yeah, I heard good things about it, but it didn't come off as a movie that would appeal to me anyway, because I'm more into supernatural horror, and that was like, okay.
Like The Conjuring, which is a good horror movie.
Okay, and to bring up bad versions of current movies that were good, The Woman in Black 2.
Yeah.
That was very disappointing. The first one was decent. I wouldn't say it was great, but it was decent. It was a good try for Hammer horror again to come back into the mainstream. The movies they did after that, I'm kind of shrugging my shoulders at. I'm like, horns? Seriously? Like, the book by Hill was good. The way you did the movie, what the hell?
Yeah.
And they really just need to let Daniel Radcliffe have a break. They really
hanging their hat on him. Yeah,
he's necessary for success.
But there is a really bad stigma with like current gen horror movies because a lot of them are just going off a jump scare cliche bullshit that isn't scary. It's just unsettling for a split second, and then you're just pissed because you're like, they got me with a fucking cat again. Like, but it's gotten to the point where they've done it so much now, you know exactly when it's coming.
Yeah,
because it just gets quiet for no reason at all, and you're like, all right, well, we're in a house, so it's either going to be on the other side of that door. Or it's going to be in this, like, you're going to go down a hallway, it's on that side or that side of the hallway, and somebody's just going to come out like, bleh!
You know what the worst kind of jump scare is? When it's not anything threatening, it's just some guy being an asshole. But in the movie, he's not being an asshole, he just, hey! And it's like, why, motherfucker? We're in this dark house by ourselves, don't yell at me, I'm right next to you.
I really wish I could remember what movie it was, but they jump scared the audience with a Pop-Tart popping out of a toaster. Like, seriously, a Pop-Tart jump scare. And they had to do that whole thing, too. It's just like a real close-up of it. And it's like, ding! And the Pop-Tart comes up out of it, and people are like, pastries!
Yeah. I had to look it up. There was another recent Hammer horror movie that wasn't too bad, The Quiet Ones.
Yeah, I heard that one was pretty good.
I haven't seen it.
That one was pretty good, too.
Also, the movie that I found surprisingly good, because I don't care for the director, was The Visit.
Yeah.
It was surprisingly good.
It was fucking hilarious. It was a comedy.
Well, he wanted it to be...
I wouldn't call that a horror. It was
he wanted it to be both horror and comedy. But like...
It was just a comedy.
But like, he didn't go his standard route of like dumb shit twist. It was just like, you know these aren't their fucking grandparents, and you know something's fucking wrong. There's no like big secret. It's just, they're fucking killed your grandparents, they're gonna kill you too.
I will tell you this much. When Fred and I went to the theater to watch this, when we were doing our movie review thing, I had the best time of my life. I laughed the entire goddamn movie. Except when that kid was rapping. I wanted to rip the screen off the fucking wall. Like, it was the worst thing ever. And the pretentious as shit, like, sister he had. Like, they get to the house and she's like, he's like, the swing's there, and he's like gonna grab it. She's like, no. Just let it stay on its own. I'm like, fucking eat shit and die. God damn it, I hate this shit.
I will say, when I went to see the movie, I went with my brother, and only 2 other people showed up in the theater to watch this, okay?
Yeah, there weren't many people there when we went either.
It's going to sound serious, but 2 black girls, they decided to sit right behind us. The whole theater's open.
You were there.
They sit right behind us, and they do this typical thing of just like, being purposefully scared. Like, there's nothing scary happening, but they're just gonna do the thing. Yeah, and I'm just, you ruined a partial bit of this experience because I just want to enjoy the movie.
When I talked to Will about this movie, and we were talking about I guess when we were filming a episode of Spooktober, I guess, You were just like, well, the part where she's chasing him under the deck, that's kind of scary. I was like, no, I fucking laughed my ass off.
Hilarious.
She's like walking around the house like she can hardly move, and she's just under the deck like,
yeah.
like scraping. I'm just like, what the shit?
And she was losing her fucking mind. And then she turned around, and there's so much old lady ass in that movie.
Oh my god!
Like I feel like
that was the scariest thing of the whole.
I feel like Shameline was just like, I need more old lady ass, and everybody else was like, are you serious? Even the actress was like, really? And he was just like, yes. I need this.
It's like on set, he's like, for an old lady, she's pretty hot. And they're like, are you, what? No, I didn't say anything.
She's
what?
Sundowners, man. In real life.
She did a really good job in that role.
I know
I'll give it to her, yeah.
Dude,
it was a ridiculous fucking role. But
both of the grandparents did a great job.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pop was great. We both laughed out loud. He was like, like germs, do you? I was just like, yeah!
So fantastic.
Now, there was another movie I told him to watch that I recommended to him that he didn't like at all either, but I think you liked it too, The Babadook. Mm-hmm. It had its problems. I wasn't a big fan of it having like a stock scream footage, like the Wilhelm screams in there once or twice, I think.
Yeah.
And they use that stock like monster screech noise a bunch of times. But I like the idea of it. Like it was unique.
Yeah, it was different. It was more like you started wondering if there was a creature, or if it was just her the whole time.
Yeah, just going nuts from her anger because she has the most annoying son in the whole fucking
who
thing.
she blames for her husband's death.
God, she's just like, why did I have to give birth to the most annoying son in all of England? Like, kill me. Kill my son.
There was also...
Mommy, I don't want to.
There was also another... This was like maybe 2014, might have been a film called Goodnight, Mommy.
I'll tell you right now, that title makes me want to kill myself.
Which is...
That's the best title since Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow.
Which is a really, really fucked up movie. It's an Austrian-made movie, and it's definitely worth seeing.
A lot of Austrian movies are weird. I cannot remember the name of it, and I'm so mad about it. I watched it on Netflix with my brother and my roommate, and it was like a zombie movie that took place in this apartment complex where the one guy was a plumber, but he was a furry, and it's just...
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
It's really good, but it's just so awkward, because like, there's a scene where he finds out the one girl he's trying to bang is banging some other guy, and a lot of people, it just gets really out of hand really quickly.
But I will agree with him. The trend of modern horror movies are kind of shitty right now. Like, it's not...
You can't go to the more publicly announced movies, though. They're not going to be good.
No.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying you can't go that direction. The Purge films suck.
Oh, the idea of them was stupid as hell.
A lot of the other stuff that's really mainstream right now in horror sucks.
Yeah, it's true. It's garbage.
I'd say the current Purge one was made specifically because of the election.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to go into a discussion topic now, since it's the month of Spooktober. Will gave us this one. I just titled it Kid Spooks.
Things that scared you as a kid.
Yeah.
They're not necessarily things that are like
my
supposed
father.
To... Well, that's it. Good night.
Fuck yeah. Spooky
Top
dads.
that shit.
Let's see your spooky monster under the bed come in and beat your ass in the
top
butt.
wacky Wayne Wilderson spooks. Go for it. Do it.
I don't think I can.
No.
Dino think you can?
Dino.
Dino think you can.
I've been alive for 33 years. I've never seen him smile.
Well, he did the time when I said Happy Father's Day to him before you did.
Yeah, he was he was happy then. He's like, I got that little fucker again. Thank you, Matt's best friend.
There were a couple of toys that freaked me out as a kid. There was a couple of different dolls. Like, there were these things called Hug-a-Bunches. And I swear, like, you looked into their eyes.
I don't think they're real.
And it, like, looked like they had the devil in them.
Did your dad just make you a toy because he didn't want to buy you anything?
No.
He just made this amalgamation of all these different toys.
Thing freaked me out.
Hug-a-Bunches.
Yeah.
I do not remember these at all.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Oh, they're gross.
Yeah. Tell me they ain't freaky
Let me
looking.
see what a Hug-a-Bunches look like.
Hold on, let me read it.
Okay, all right.
Oh, Why? The black one especially is just... It's... like, why would you design a doll this way?
Why is their skin like... Why
is their skin?
No, like, why is their skin like fabric? Like doll material? Like...
It's just so uncomfortable to look at, man.
It looks like somebody got into the velour couch business, and then it didn't go over, and they're like, well, what are we gonna do with all this extra fabric?
Yeah. I think I had the one with the red hair and had like these dark blue eyes, and it like freaked me out.
I don't remember those at all.
Yeah.
If you walked into your living room one night and they were just sitting there.
See, I don't get freaked out by dolls. I don't. Like, Child's Play, when that first came around when I was a kid, it made me laugh because it was such a ludicrous idea.
But
like,
this thing freaked me out before I even saw Child's Play.
Jamie gets freaked out by this kind of
stuff.
What
I don't get about this is, are the dolls, the larger ones, adults and they have babies, or are they like babies that have babies?
Makes no sense. Makes no sense. The whole thing is fucked.
The whole thing is fucked.
Another thing that really creeped me out as a kid, rocking chairs. And this is going to seem kind of weird, but I always imagined that they were moving on their own.
They are.
No, you walk past the room. I swear the rocking chair would be moving.
Well,
you convinced yourself that, man. You're losing your mind.
So what you didn't know is rocking chairs were just made for ghosts to sit in. We're not actually supposed to use them.
That is the ghost's preferred place to sit.
Yeah.
When they're sitting somewhere, because then you really know they're there.
It's because the older you get, the closer to the death you get, the more you realize, this is for me once I die.
It's the spookiest thing they can sit on. It's not like they're going to sit on a fucking reclining chair and the leg thing just pops out. You're like, ooh,
lazy boy.
You turn on the game.
Pass me the dip.
Who do you have for fantasy football?
What is this? Jazz fingers, man. Stop it.
Spooky jazz head. Oh my god. I'm trying to think of like the things that really spooked the shit out of me when I was a kid. I mean, my dad is a real answer. I'm trying to think. Like, I know there was a horror movie or two that spooked me out when I was a kid, but I can't remember really anything about it because I guess I tucked that away and it's slowly growing a tumor back there.
That's the best place.
I was really scared of ghosts for a while in my house. And, if I didn't get to tell a lot of people ghost stories from my home that I grew up in, I'll give you one.
Yeah.
And Will can vouch for this because he spent the night at my house a couple of times in high school, and weird shit went on there.
Yep.
There was one time, there was like a thunderstorm, and the electric went out. So I got up, and I was going to go wake my parents up so they could call the electric company to let them know the power went out or whatever. And
because they don't know.
Well, no, my parents are heavy sleepers. Like, they would have not known until morning.
Not your parents, the electric company.
Well, down here, if it's just a small outage like this street,
they don't give a shit.
They're not going to fucking know.
No.
So,
see, I'm a city kid. I don't know that.
I'm walking, and to get to my parents' house, you have to pass through the kitchen. So I'm coming around the corner to go through the kitchen, and I stubbed my toe on something, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I hear this stuff tumble over. Well, some lightning flashes, and I see that all the dishes are taken out of the cabinet and aligned in perfect straight lines on the floor of the kitchen.
You sure Will didn't wake up, sleepwalk to the kitchen?
No, this was before I even knew him.
Yeah, can't blame me on this one.
So
I'll find a way.
That was scary enough, and this did happen. My whole family saw this, but to add to that, my dad does wake up because he hears dishes fall over, opens the door, and goes, "What did you do?" Like, I took the time in the darkness to lay all this shit out on the... But that happened. There were other times when, the time that Will did notice, saw something for sure, he spent the night at my house because we were going somewhere the next day, and, in the middle of the night, we both wake up because we're hearing noises, and all the lights are on in the house.
Yep.
We have all the doors locked. There was nobody else that got in. Every single light on was on in the house. And, he's like, yeah, I heard people walking around. And I'm like, I don't fucking...
Yeah, there was
nobody
there.
Welcome to my house. This happens a lot.
I'm like, all right.
So, yeah. That, I was kind of freaked out about ghosts for a while. And, I remember a lot of times asking my parents, are they real? My dad's like, well, if you saw the stuff in the house that you saw, then... how could you not think they are? I'm like, that's very comforting. Thank you.
He's just like, yeah. fucker. Go back
He
to
was
bed.
He was very about logic with my dad. It was like, you saw dishes lined up on the floor, and you didn't do it, and I didn't do it, so who did it? Ghosts. Like, awesome, thank you. I will sleep perfectly tonight.
I'll tell you right now, that's how I'd be if I was a parent. Like, look here, motherfucker. I was at work. You were asleep. Who turned everything the fuck on?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was freaked out by ghosts a little bit too.
Yeah, your house isn't exactly tame either.
Yeah.
Fucking things in your attic.
Yeah, my bedroom had the access to the attic. The door to the attic was in my bedroom, and it's not one of those like it pulls down. It's an actual door. You go in and then you go upstairs.
I'll never forget the night I spent at your house, and the thing just opened. I'm just laying there like, I really don't want this right now. I'm just like, I wake up and you just hear this. It just like opens the whole way. I'm like, well, a draft didn't do that.
Well, especially since there's a slide bolt on the attic door.
Outside or inside?
On in the bedroom.
Yeah, the outside.
Yeah. So he would have to unlock it to let it open.
So for us to go up to the attic, we have to.
Dude, the ghost has business up there. You don't get to determine what he gets to do.
My favorite time I ever spent at your house. It was another time I was spending the night.
Yeah.
We're watching like movies in the living room with your dad.
Yeah.
And then you just hear stuff go up and down the stairs. He's like, well, I ain't fucking going up there and looking.
Yeah.
And he's like, night, boys. Like, what the fuck? I'll never forget that.
That was the night it sounded like somebody was like working on a typewriter out in the one room, and we're like, we're not going to go check it out. We're just going to assume it's going to stop eventually.
Mm-hmm. Well, what are you gonna do? See, that's the right idea. Have you ever noticed? It's the person, as I like to call them, the dumbass decides, I'm going to go check out the mysterious noise in this home I'm in alone right now. Let's see what it is.
Yeah.
They get killed.
And it's funny because like Eliza, when she started living with me, like the one night I think I was working late, and her and Klaus, my dog, they were sitting on the couch at the bottom of the stairs, and she thought she heard something upstairs, and she's like, well, that's weird. Well, maybe, something just fell over or whatever, it's an old house, things creak, whatever. The dog is staring up the stairs, not barking, just staring up the stairs. And she's like, that freaked me out more. If he had been barking, that would have been like, okay, he heard something too, but maybe he's seeing something right now.
Yeah.
And then there was what my dad saw the one day. Occasionally, sometimes my dad will come over and he'll let the dog out. And
so he let the dogs out.
So he comes over and Klaus he used to have a routine, like he would get up with me in the morning, then he would go back upstairs and go to bed.
The dog is very OCD like that.
So my dad walks in and he's calling for him. He's not coming down. So my dad turns the corner and looks upstairs and swears he saw a woman walk from the landing at the top of the stairs into the middle bedroom. So my dad thinks that Liza's home. So he decides, well, I'm not going to take the dog out there.
Klaus is just up there with the ghost.
Klaus don't care.
He's just like, please come up here and save me. He's like, he's good. Well, that responsibility is off my chest.
And then my dad's like, I was like, did you get a chance to let Klaus out? He's like, well, I didn't have to. Liza was home. And I'm like, no. Liza's working until 7:00 tonight. And he's like, well, some woman was upstairs.
I love how it doesn't bother him.
Like, dad is really nonchalant about a lot of things.
There was some woman. I didn't want to bother her. Doesn't matter who it was.
Some bitch upstairs. I don't know who the hell it was.
Dog wasn't barking. I assumed everything was all right.
As for me, and it's still kind of an issue with me, but not really like as much as a kid. When I was younger, I was kind of afraid of the dark, but not necessarily because it was dark, but because like I can't see shit. I don't know what's going around me. It bothers me. Mm-hmm. It's that lack of control.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I had that same thing. Like, I always feared when the power was going to go out because it always happens when you're asleep. So when you wake up, you're like, I'm blind! And you're reaching around, you're looking for any bit of light, and you're like, I can't see, I'm blind!
You know what's worse? When like, you wake up in the middle of the night, in the middle of like your sleep cycle where your brain does like refuses to work your muscles. So you can see, but not really because it's really fucking dark, but you can't move and you're just like, what the fuck is happening right now?
Like, I'm dead.
I'm probably dead now.
This is what being aware of death is.
Especially when you're younger and you just don't understand that, like, oh no, you're asleep right now. You're just eyes decided to like open to like look at things.
Yeah.
And you're just like, I can't move. I just can't do it. What's happening?
Feeling, yeah.
It's awful.
Yeah, that was one of my fears when I was a kid too.
It's fucking terrifying because the first instinct as a kid is like, I gotta get up and go because this is not right. I'm probably gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? And one thing that always kind of scared the shit out of me a little bit. I know we're going over an hour again, but
oh well, 2 hours it is.
I loved Halloween, but I always hated that one jackass that decided I'm going to turn my entire yard into a fucking horror show.
Yeah.
I'm going to make these kids go through all that to give them a fucking Reese's cup. And then they had to walk back through all of it.
I hated the motherfuckers that they would put somebody on the porch.
Yeah.
And make them look like a scarecrow.
Like a scarecrow. And
then
like,
yeah, you were fucking assholes for that shit. No kid wants to walk up and be like, legitimately horrified that they're probably gonna get killed by a motherfucker for like a mini Snickers.
Yeah. Like I get it. It is the time for spooks. I understand, but like fucking like 3-year-old kids, they think that shit's real.
Yeah. They will literally shit themselves, and you don't want to have to walk around with a shitty 3-year-old.
Yeah, and now they have to go to a psychotherapist to get over their fear of scarecrows.
And I remember my fucking mom, like, she would make us go through them too. She's like, "Well, you want candy?" I'm like,
"Yeah,
I'll pass." There's that house over there. That old lady, she's just like giving candy out of a bucket. Let's go there.
My mom would do the same thing. If you like, she wouldn't walk up with you either. She's like,
"Yeah,
go." And that was
free
back,
food.
That was back when Halloween was actually at night.
Yeah,
and it's fucking pitch black outside, and this asshole
afternoon
sitting on his porch, everything else is dark except for one flickering light. Cause you gotta have that flickering light right above him and he's just, you get up close. Ah! Thank you. You don't even have fucking normal size bars I can see. So, you know what? I'm gonna take a handful and I'm gonna be on my way. Clean myself later.
Shit don't work like that anymore. Nowadays, they're like, the kid's like, touch me, I'll sue you.
They pull out their fucking phones. Go ahead, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's more scary to be the guy trying to scare the kids.
Yeah.
At the end of the night with 2 lawsuits.
It's like, well, how was I supposed to know he was allergic to peanuts?
They should wear a sign that says that. No gluten, no peanuts.
Yeah. God damn it.
Kids can't even have fun on Halloween anymore.
Excuse me, sir, does that candy have strawberry in it? What kind of candy do you think I'd be giving you that has strawberry in it?
Strawberries.
Strawberry?
Grandma candy.
Grandma candy?
Yeah, like those hard strawberry flavored candies.
It's not actual.
Yeah, I fucking love those.
Not actual real strawberry, though.
I understand. Okay, well, with that, I guess we'll end this episode. Thank you, Will. Why don't you tell everybody where they can find us?
Well, if they're not allergic to strawberries, they can find us at iTunes podcast app, grindcast.libsyn.com, podcast source, YouTube, Facebook, grindedword.com,
iHeartRadio.
And all that's in the annotations below.
And if they are allergic to strawberries?
And if they are allergic to strawberries, I'm still going to thank them for listening and for watching.
And you might want to go see a doctor about getting a EpiPen.
No, they're too expensive. Thank you. Have a good night. See ya.